back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. It's caught inside the 10. And he's across for 2 points. What a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. And that's something you almost never see nowadays. When you fake it, you're at the 15-yard line on a PAT as opposed to just going for it from the 2.
I'm sorry. I know they got it, and congratulations to them, but it's just not a good play. I mean...
Now a hit and a loose football. Oh, and miscommunication on the lateral. The ball's out. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD.
And that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Here's Mecole Hardman. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. We are in for a good one as we're through 1 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the 2nd quarter. As they go to work on a 1st and goal. Now Mahomes. And it's caught. Touchdown. Demarcus Robinson. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs are going to jump back in front. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close. And then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know there was something having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he tries to get as much as he can here while protecting the football as he dives to the ground. And the Browns getting set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Mayfield off the play fake. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Landry that time, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now Mayfield. And finding the tight end Hooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. A CD, he tried to kind of lob that one in there. It looked pretty going through the air. The problem was it was in the air a little bit too long.
Yeah, that's a tough one because for that type of a route and what he tried to do and needed to do, he had to put a little air.
This is intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Jarvis Landry now in his 4th year with Cleveland, a 5-time Pro Bowler. No one plays harder in the league, and he's only missed 1 game in 7 years. He does what he always does, makes a nice catch there.
Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by L'Jarius Sneed.
And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Denzel Ward right there in coverage to get the hand in.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is a do-it-all back, and he did plenty on that run. And as a rookie, 803 yards rushing for the season in Kansas City may look to up his workload a little bit in year 2. The last pick of the first round in 2020, he more than justified that selection with his ability to run the football and catch it out of the backfield.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. A reminder coming up here at halftime, we'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, and this turns into a mess as it's intercepted. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Open man here. It's the tight end, Kelsey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now they'll have it first and goal following that gain of 17. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Well, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time,
and he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit.
He'll let it go deep for Beckham.
And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd.
Picked off by Charvarius Ward. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted.
Greedy Williams picks it off.
And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the second quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a second one.
Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
To throw again on 2nd down, Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by the rookie Nick Bolton.
And he'll take this back down inside the 20.
An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Ball resting on the 10-yard line. It's 2nd and 1.
Mahomes going to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. John Johnson with the INT. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Final adjustments being made in the locker room. We're just about set for the second half from Cleveland. And to bring it your way, we go back up to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you. And we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Browns going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. This is JoJo Natson. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And again, it's Chubb. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. I was pretty surprised there when they lined up to run it on 2nd and long, but it worked out for him.
It certainly did, and that requires some confidence, some fortitude, and a little bit of hope, doesn't it? You hope you catch the defense just right and break off a big run to help yourself out on the next down.
And he is going to have a Browns first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed...
You're talking.
On 3rd down. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield. And it's caught by Hooper. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
And in his second year in Cleveland after 4 in Atlanta, Austin Hooper always does all he can to build some rapport with his quarterback. He did it with Baker Mayfield last year. Expects it to continue to rise here in 2021.
First down, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. This one complete into the hands of Higgins. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Mayfield down. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Mayfield finding Odell Beckham with a touchdown pass. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet and said, go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Mahomes now on first down. And now here is another interception. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
The timing was absolutely true as he caught it working across the field. Plenty of space for him to roam. But notice how he keeps his head on a swivel, looking for defenders who may crop up out of nowhere. That turned into a big play.
And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to think a major focus at the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield running right through it. Busts through the tackle. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Touchdown, Browns. Jarvis Landry, 30 yards. And the Browns have retaken the lead. And on that one, able to catch it, also able to have the wherewithal to take it in for the score.
And how about the phases of a successful catch and a completion of a play? Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then, of course, the run after the catch that ends up in the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Tyreek Hill on the return. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Demarcus Robinson, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs on just 2 plays have taken the lead.
I know we often laugh and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And we're back now here in Cleveland. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Another opportunity now for the Browns offense. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And got his man complete. A heck of a way to start the 4th quarter, just south of 40 yards on the pickup.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield Going deep here for Landry. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown! Jarvis Landry, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have moved out in front here in the fourth quarter.
Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touch.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And it's caught inside the 5. And they are 3 for 3 on two-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No.
Pulls it in at the 13.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. So problems here on special teams, and it results in the scoop and the score.
Time on special teams about keeping your head on a swivel, trying to see the whole field. Hard to do when things are going that fast, bodies all over the place. You're just trying to find the right guy to align yourself with. On that play, wow.
And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a two-point try on top successful.
That feels like a pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
Takes it at the 7.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Mayfield. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. But now it'll be third down. Throwing, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play. Wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football.
And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. A 5-yard touchdown catch, and the Browns tack on another score as they have dominated this fourth quarter. 7.